Arafa with student ID number 1925732. I will be your um, main host for the first session. Today we are going to explore some highly focusing topics in technology.
Okay, hello and guys, welcome back. My name is Dimas Maulana. I am specialist in technology for episode today, and my student ID is 90 250 253.
Sitting right next to me is Dimas,
Okay.
a talented software engineer who know almost everything about advanced computing. We going to dig deep into his expertise today, which is artificial intelligence. So Dimas, let's start from the very beginning for ordinary people, for our beginners outside the IT world. What you define artificial intelligence in the simple way possible?
Thank you for amazing introduction for Arafa. The question AI or artificial intelligence or AI as a way make to computer, a robot, or a software thing intelligently, just like a human being in traditional computing. Programmer must write extra rules for every if the computer encounter something outside the rules, it stop working. However, an AI system is completely different. Is mimic human cognitive amount or of data been hidden pattern learn from the past mistake and then solve complex problem or make independent decision without human intervention.
That sounds incredible, smart, but where can we actually find this technology in our daily life right now? It's far away from us.
Okay, thank you very much. For closer your thing, Arafa, most people use AI every single day, and without even realizing it's perfect every day. Example is streaming platform like YouTube, Spotify, or Netflix. Have you every wonder on how Netflix always know actually what movie you want to watch next? That is machine learning algorithm at work. It's monitoring what you click and how long you watch a video and what's genre your preference. It's computer compares your behavior with million of other user create a personalized recommendation list. Another great example is your smartphone feature like Face ID, use computing vision and a branch of AI to scan your face structure instantly. Even the voice assistant like Google Assistant or Siri powered by Apple technology and other technology AI this year different.
Wow, I never realized that simple video recommendation are that complex. Now, let's move on something very popular right now, which is ChatGPT. As a student, I see almost everyone uh, around me using it to help with their homework, writing essay, or generating ideas. On the other hand, I also hear lots of that debates and worries on social media. Many people are uh, terrified that AI will grow to intelligent become will grow to intelligent become un- uncontrollable and eventually replace human job entirely. As a professional software engineer, what is your realistic perspective on this fear? Will will eventually replace jobs, especially software engineer be software engineer like us?
Okay. Okay, that is very critical and valid concern, Arafa. Tools like ChatGPT, GitHub, Copilot, or example of generative AI in my daily job as a developer. I use AI tool frequently when I am stuck or I'm just testing for bug or an error in my programming code. I can pass to AI tool and I help Nin uh, find the error in few seconds. It saves me how manual debugging, but does that mean will replace me? Uh, the answer is operate entirely based on historical data. It lacks through creativity, critical thinking, human empathy, and context is thus understand why a thinking human empathy and context is thus understand why a specific feature is important for business. Therefore, AI will not replace software engineer. Instead, professionals who know how to utilize AI effectively will definitely replace those who don't.
That is relief to hear. So the key is adaptation and collaboration with technology.
Actually, Arafa, we must learn to leverage it safely and productively.
Now, all these advanced AI tools like ChatGPT cannot work without a strong internet connection. That's bring us to our next major topic is computer network.
Okay. Mm, you are totally right, Arafa. For since you are the true expert in the network, let's switch roles. I will take over the host now, and you will
Yes.
be our guest expert.
I am ready. Let's dive to in the world of networks.
Okay, now I'm listen you for talking about computer network in this session. Okay, alright, dear listener, I am for host and you for expert podcast. Okay, we are going to explore the invisible backbone of the digital world. Almost everyone user the internet every single day, but very few people understand how that actually moves from one device to another. Arafa, as a computer network specialist, called you. Please explain to our audience what actually is computer network in simple terms.
Thank you, Dimas. I'm glad to share my knowledge. To put it simply, a computer network is a collection of computer server, smartphone, and other hardware device connected together. Why do we connect them? We connect them so they can communicate, uh, share valuable data, exchange files, and share resources smoothly. And imagine a computer that is completely standalone without any network connection. Is like an island in the middle of an ocean, completely isolated. It cannot send emails, cannot browse website, and cannot print document to a share printer. But once you can connect that computer to a network, it can instantly talk to billions of other devices worldwide. The main goal of a network is to make data sharing efficient, fast, and secure.
That makes perfect sense. Can you give us an everyday scenario to illustration how it impact our lives?
Sure. Imagine we are working on this final assignment in different building on campus. I have a high definition video file that we need to edit without a computer network. I would have to copy that video file mm, onto a physical USB flash drive, walk across the campus, enter your building, and hand it to you manually. That takes a lot physical effort, can physical effort and time, but because our campus has a solid network infrastructure, I can just upload it to a server and you will receive it on your laptop. Okay, within a few seconds. Now computer network come in various size. The two most common types are LAN and LAN, and WAN and WAN. LAN stand for local area networks. These cover a small geographic area, and such as the Wi-Fi network inside your house and office. And our campus computer laboratory on other hand, we have WAN1, which stand for wide area network, atau WAN, cover a massive geographic area connecting device across cities or even continents. The internet itself is the ultimate example, a global one.
Okay, that is crystal clear explaining. Now I want to talk about something to many student and teenager love, which is online gaming. When playing games like Mobile Legend, PUBG or Valorant, player is frequently complain about lag. Can you explain from technically networking point of view, why does lag happen, and what is the role of ping? Okay.
Okay, as a casual gamer myself, I know exactly how to processing that is Dimas. In computer networking, lag is directly related on latency, which when you press a button to move your character in online game, you device send a small packet of data over the internet to the game server, which might be located in another country. The server process your action and sends a response back your device. The time it takes for this round trip journey is measured in millisecond, and we call it ping. If your ping is low, say it measured in millisecond, and we call ping. If your ping is low, say 20 millisecond, the game feels incredibly smooth because the data travels fast. But if the network is heavily congested, of if you are using a weak Wi-Fi signal, the data packets get delayed along the way. This create a high ping. For example, 3 million 13 millisecond, which cause like your character teleports and action are delayed. That is why serious gamer always prefer using a stable wired Ethernet cable rather than wireless Wi-Fi.
Oh, so that why stable connection matters to so much, but what about security? Is our data safe uh, on this network?
Security is actually the biggest battle in networking today. Dimas, when data travels across the internet, is it passes through many public router. If the network is insecure, malicious hacker can intercept the data traffic and steal sensitive information like your personal password or credit card details. This is why network security is extreme critical. As network engineer, we must build multiple layers of defense. We implement strong firewall to block unauthorized traffic from entering a private network. We also use complex data encryption like HTTPS or VPNs, which scrambles the data into unreadable code. Even if a hacker intercept the data, they cannot read it without the proper description key. It is a continuous, never-ending battle to keep the internet safe for everyone.
Whoa. There is definitely an incredibly amount of engineering happening behind the scenes just to keep us connection and safe. Thank you so much, Arafa, for speaking down such a complex topic into something so easy to comprehend. I truly learned a lot about networks today.
You are very welcome, Dimas. It was an absolute pleasure sharing it with you.
Okay. Well, there, listener, that officially bring to very end of our tech podcast episode today. We have technologically explored the world of AI or artificial intelligence and computer networks. Uh,
We seriously hope that everyone watching or listening get some valuable insight and thoroughly enjoy our technical conversation.
okay. Remember, technology is evolving faster than every before, so keep exploring, stay curious, and always use technology responsibly.
I am Arafa.
And I am Dimas. Thank you for watching video in the We podcast.
Goodbye.